Welcome back, Divine Essence Tarot. Tonight we're going to take a look at earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and see what the month of May has in store for you when it comes to your love life, finances, and whatever comes out. We're going to take a peek and just see what Spirit wants you to know. Okay, this is for my earth signs. How y'all doing tonight? How's your Saturday evening? Mine is very lovely. It was raining here on the East Coast, tri-state area, so I played it kind of low so far tonight. It just stopped, actually, so who knows? The night is young. I don't think it's gonna rain again either, so I might head out, but I wanted to get this out for you guys for my earth signs. Okay, tomorrow I will be putting out water signs, and it won't be uploaded until Monday morning. All right, but let's take a look for my earth signs. Spirit guides, angels, divine ancestors, please shine the light on what I need to see for my earth signs for the month of May. What's coming in for my earth signs for the month of May? The Three of Cups. Okay, these are cups. Let me show you an upright. Three of Cups came reversed. And let's take a look. What else, Spirit? Tell me more about the Three of Cups. And the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is an actual person, so I feel like that's you. Or it could be, hold on, let me take a look. Because this is water energy. So you could have water placements. You could have either your sun, moon, or rising could be in Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. If you don't know, that's something that you guys can easily look up. You could Google it. There's a calculator where you can pull up your sun, moon, and rising, so you can see where your placements are, at least on a basic level. But it looks to me, this looks like someone coming back that you had you had a connection with this person. They could have been a water sign. They offered you an empty cup when you guys were together. To someone who will be, I can't even speak, who will be coming towards you in the month of May. Somebody who basically wasted your time. They came in, I feel like, love bombing you. This is someone very immature as well. They could have been younger than you, but if not younger than you in age, they were mature. They were, mentally immature and also emotionally immature. Okay. They came out reversed, this Page of Cups. So this is somebody who lacked the know-how of how to handle your feelings, and they basically fumbled you. To be, we're going to cut straight to the chase. With this Three of Cups, it often indicates a third party. So this is somebody who you possibly found out that they was dealing with somebody else. And, that's what caused the split between you guys. They'll be coming back, but they had somebody else. There wasn't just you in the picture. There was someone else that they were dealing with. What's their intention, this Page of Cups that's going to be returning to my earth signs? What's their intention when they come in? They want a happily ever after. You see all these cups that's coming out? Nothing but cups so far, guys. This person actually loves you very much. They just don't know. I feel like they didn't know how to handle you. They didn't know how to deal with the intense feelings that they got from this connection. You made them very happy, and they missed that. Ten of Cups is about fulfillment, being happy at the utmost. And having it all. Having the house, the dog, the kids. This person could have kids of their own, and you have a kid. Maybe you have one each. But nonetheless, they want something. They want to come back and offer long term. They know that they made a mistake when they let you go, and they didn't know what to do with you. Their intention is to get you back and have this happy ending and this, committed. This is commitment, committed long term, not in it for the short term, not in it for a little while, but also, you know, really wanting to stick it out and work for this and make things work with you. They want to be happy, and they see that happiness with you. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's their intention. Now, for me, when I pull on intentions, even when I do it, I pull on my own energy. This is just a little side note for you guys. Some days, most days, I pull on my own energy just to see, for example, in the morning, how my day is going to be, whatever. And then if I'm dealing with somebody, I pull on their energy as well. And I used to like to pull on their intentions, but then I started to think, intentions are cool. They, you know, sounds good, sounds nice, but we know intentions is not the same as the action, because intentions is what they would want to do, and you know what they intend on doing, what they, you know, plan to do. But what somebody plans to do and what they actually do is two different things, right? So it's like that old saying, like, words are just words. Actions speak louder than words. But we, you know, we see what their intentions are. It doesn't mean that they're going to be able to offer that to you, but this is what they want. This is how they see you. What will be their action? What's going to be their next action, Spirit? This person coming in from my earth signs. The world, reverse. So I'm going to show you in the upright. This is the world. Show me more, Spirit. I just want to see something. I want to see a little more. Tell me more about the world. Page of Swords reversed. There's another energy here. Another person. You know what? You're coming out. I feel like this is your energy. And you're coming out as this Page of Swords. So you could have air in your chart as well. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. However, they feel incomplete. Okay. Their next action is, I feel, they may come in and offer some type of apology, but this is your energy. You're not paying them no mind. I feel like even though, you know, you might think of them from time to time, your focus is somewhere else. You see how the sword is pointed downwards and the character is looking the opposite way. You're not communicating with this person. This is someone you're not talking to. You haven't talked to them in quite some time. Or if you have, it's very little communication. But your focus is not on them or getting back with them in any way. You have other things that you're doing and, you know, planning on taking care of besides linking back up with them. They, on the other hand, they're not doing too good because they feel like their life is incomplete since you left. They feel like things have just gone, I just heard gone awry. I don't even say that. Things have gone awry for them. Things are just not working out. How does their life look right now, Spirit? How does this Page of Cups reverse, this person, how does that person from the past, how is their life right now? Oh, wow. Look, so this is the 8. My bad. The 8 of Cups came reversed. So, yeah, I feel that it came reversed, so they feel stuck. Right now, they're feeling very stuck in their life. Like, things are not moving for them. And also, I just heard they feel like a paralysis. When it comes to you, they don't know how to approach you. Like, they want to come towards you in the month of May, but I feel they don't know how they're going to do that. They just feel stagnant. They don't know how to approach the situation. What will they say? What can they do to make you look at them differently or make this outcome that they really want happen? That's what they're stuck on trying to figure out. Okay, tell me more about the 8 of Cups, Spirit, on how their life is right now. They want to drop the burden of this. They feel, as you see in the upright, this is the 4. This is how many? This is 10. This is the 10 of Wands. So 10 of Wands came reversed. They've been carrying a lot. They've been overburdened, this person in their life. And one of the things that burdened them more recently is just the fact that they lost you and they want to get you back and you made them happy and they don't have you anymore. And they want to release this. They want to release all of this stress and this tension that they feel. They want to let those burdens go. And one of those burdens is, you know, the fact that you guys have been separated and not in each other's lives anymore. They don't really know what's going on with you, what you got going. You don't know nothing about them. And frankly, I don't think you care. What does my collective have going on in their life? Since you see how this past person life looks. So let's take a look at what you have going on in your life. Okay, earth signs, let's see. My earth signs, what do they have going on in their life right now? Okay. So you see this is the 7 of Pentacles. This is definitely earth energy here with the Pentacles. And this is feeling like, you know what? At this time, let me take another look. Tell me more about the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, you're coming out as the Queen of Cups reversed. You don't have... I just see that you, at this time right now, you're not so much dealing with emotions right now or focused on a relationship. You're more focused on your coin and getting your house in order and, you know, making sure that the goals that you have, the goals that you've set, that you're attacking them. Love is not on the forefront for you right now. And you're not even in the head space or the heart space to deal with like a real relationship right now. You have the capacity to do it, but you're not focused on that. Again, you're more so focused on your coins here. Okay. That's what it's showing me. So this person might be, you know, I just heard too little, too late. Because honestly, when cards come out in the reverse, that means for me as a reader, this is just how I read, that once that card was in the upright, you gave to this person. You were there for them. You supported them. You see how 1 foot of this character is in the water and 1 is on land. So you came in very tempered and very balanced in this connection with them when you guys were dealing with each other. You showed them love. You might have showed them the most love than anybody else ever did. The Queen of Cups deal with emotions. It's all about your heart space and the fact that you are so giving and nurturing to others. And you came in when you met them and you gave and gave. And this person, instead of appreciating it, what they did was they came in and they decided they were going to invite someone else into their life while you were giving to them. Behind your back, they did this. Okay? So instead of now, since you already came in this energy, you've healed to the point where you don't have that to give to them anymore. And I feel like it's not just them. I feel like, you know, at this point, wow, I just heard that since you dealt with this person, you could have dealt with other people. I'm sure you have. You've met other people, and you and this person have been apart from each other for a while. It's been like years. Could be 2-3 years that you have been separated or, you know, not in this person's life, that you walked away from them. And since then, it seems like every person that you get in contact with, it doesn't work. Something is wrong. Something is off. Either, you know, they do something or they say something that's off, or they show you something that you're not feeling it and you're out of there. And at this point, you just don't have the energy. You don't have the energy to give any more of your love. I feel like you're more focused on just keeping that love for yourself, collective. And like I said, you're working on investing. This is a card, 7 of Pentacles, is about investing in yourself. And not so much other people, but the things that you want to attain. Maybe you're working on getting a vehicle. Maybe you're working on going back to school, for example. You could be working on getting a new job or starting a new business or a new venture of some sort. But whatever it is, you're putting your energy and your love and your sweat and tears into that instead of really, buckling down in a serious relationship and just putting yourself out there. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but that's not on the forefront for you. And that's what I see. Okay, now I want to pull from another deck, guys, just to get a little more clarity. Okay, I want to see I just want to see a little more. When we pull from a new deck, it just gives a little more clarity on what's going on. So I like to have a couple decks just ready. Ready to be shuffled and used at any given moment. I usually keep at least 3 or 4 decks on this table, but I have a whole like shelf, like a shelving unit full of decks and full of oracle cards that I like to just juggle, you know. I don't use the same ones all the time. All right, let's take a look. Earth signs. Earth signs for the month of May. Spirit guides, angels, divine ancestors, please shine the light on Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and what they have coming towards them in the month of May. Did you guys cook already or eat anything? I made something simple. Remember back in the day, your mother would make chicken and rice? I made that, and it was so good. It was so good, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm so old school, honestly. I'm an 80s baby, millennial, so you know, I am going to be old school and not give a damn about it. Let's see what you guys have coming towards you. 4 of Cups. More cups, so let's see. Yeah, 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups in reverse. So what it's looking like to me is where you were once uninterested. You could have been with the choices. You see how there's a hand coming out of that cloud. There's a hand and there's an offer of emotion, an offer of a cup there. Somebody, or there's been people, I feel like there's been more than one. Like I just said, before I even shuffled this deck, I said you had other individuals that you dealt with, you talked to, and you see how she's sitting there and she looks so bored. She has her arms folded, arms crossed, and on the hoodie that she's wearing, it says over it. You guys can't see that, but it says over it in black. And I just feel like the options that have been coming into your life, or you've been in contact with since, you know, you dealt with this past person, you have not been feeling them. They just have not been up to par, up to your standards, or up on your level. You know, they're not on your level, or they turn you off in some way. So you were in an energy of like just not feeling the dating pool whatsoever at all. So, but this came in reverse. So I feel like right now in the month of May, it's just looking like you may change your mind. You might be like, you know what, let me put myself out there. Because recently you haven't been satisfied with the suitors that have been coming around, sniffing around you, I just heard. And you know how dogs sniff around, right? So I feel like some of these people you may have even looked at as dogs. Maybe they were just, they acted in some way like animals. And you just haven't been interested. Females can be dogs too. We know that, right? Female dogs, okay? So this is not specifically for females that I'm speaking to. This is for my guys too. You may have just come into females that they're bitches, or they just, they're whores or whatever. And for my ladies, you've been just running into men that have been whores, sluts. Because y'all can be sluts too, okay? It's not just for women. So anyway, you're coming out of that in the month of May, and you are, I feel, just more open. You're going to open yourself up to see who's out there, what's out there, and take a chance and, see what happens. All right, that's good energy to be in. Tell me more, Spirit, about the 4 Cups for the month of May. Look, the world came out upright. So in the month of May, you're going to be, let me explain to you. The World card for me is all about completion. Okay. You see, it's a circle. Okay. So that is a circle at the top, and at the bottom, there's infinity signs. So in the month of May, you're going to be feeling, I just heard like the phoenix rising with the wings spread out. Very powerful energy. You're going to feel like you can do anything, like you're on top of the world. That's how you're going to be moving in the month of May. Like anything is possible. No limits, no limitations on yourself. And when it comes to, you know, getting money or even in relationships, the dating life, you're going to feel like you are that bitch or that nigga. Like you're going to feel like you are the one. And anybody who can't come in and treat you as such, they will be dismissed. They will be removed. Okay? Anything that just doesn't sit well with you will be blocked. And you see how this character is, she's like floating inside of this circle. You have a protection shield around you. You are collective. You're protected by your angels. You're protected by God himself, you know, the Most High, your spirit team. So never feel like you're alone. You could feel alone at times, but you're not. You literally have a shield around you that is with you wherever you go, not just in the month of May, but always. So just always remember that. And yeah, you're going to be feeling very limitless and abundant and complete. And I also feel like if you don't meet anyone that you like in the month of May, which is possible, we're going to take a look and see really quick if you will. But if a new person is in the mix and who they are. But if you don't, you're going to be perfectly fine just standing on your own. You see how she's in this circle all by herself, yet she's floating. So you're still going to feel powerful with or without someone. You understand? That's beautiful. She's naked on this card. So in the month of May, you may, again, just like in this card, you're going to open yourself up. You're going to be vulnerable. It takes vulnerability to be naked, right? You're going to be vulnerable when it comes to meeting someone new or even taking a chance on a new opportunity in your life. Okay? And that's great. I feel like you should go for that. Definitely do that. Why not? Okay. Now, let's take a look. Okay, Earth signs and see. Is there anyone new coming in the month of May for my Earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Anyone new? We got the Six of Swords, which came reversed. And we have, tell me more about the Six of Swords. The Four of Pentacles. Okay, no. I feel that at this time, I feel like Pentacles are earth energy. This is you. You see how she has one of these pentacles covering her heart. And that always stands out the most to me. Because that's letting me know that as far as someone new coming in, you're protecting yourself right now. You're blocking anything or anyone, like I said before, that will come in and show any red flags. You're very protective of yourself. You see how this character has on a big heavy coat. It's like overly big. So you are very protective of yourself at this time because you've been through a lot when it comes to relationships. It's been one disappointment after the next. So at this time you see how one of these pentacles are behind her head. I feel like your mind is on your money. Your mind is on your money. And that's like at the forefront. And then if we had to put it in, order, it would be money, finances, and love might be last. Okay, because you're protecting yourself. You're kind of like blocking people too. Maybe not even meaning to, but subconsciously you could be just pushing people away because you've let people get close to you and they have wasted your time. And you're kind of over it at this point. So you could also live in the city. See how there's like skyscrapers behind her? You could live in the city. Looks like maybe New York, metro area. Could be Philly, could be Chicago, could be Baltimore. Could be any major city that you live in. But you're a city person. Just looking at how you're dressed here and the background. Now, with the Six of Swords, when it comes reversed, you see in the upright, it's like you're moving away into calmer waters. When it's reversed, It just shows that right now you could feel like things are not moving. So in the month of May, your love life may not move in the direction that you wanted to. If you wanted to be where you meet someone who will last, who will stick around, you may not see that in the month of May, and that's all right. Because focusing on your money and your goals, that there's nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely beautiful. That's wonderful. That's what we should do, you know, and let love come in whenever it does. Without forcing it, just be open to it. Right now, I feel like you wouldn't mind it, but you're also kind of like low-key blocking it. Because you are more focused on your finances right now. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it goes. Now, let's take a look at the oracles. Oh, you know what? Let's get advice before we close out and do the oracles. Spirit guides, what advice do you have for my earth signs? What advice do you have for them? Look at this. Ace of Swords is your advice. So, and aces always represent new beginnings. So just keep in mind, Spirit wants you to know that you do have a new beginning that will come in for you. That you should be patient. You should be diligent. You should pay attention to the signs of a new beginning, because a lot of times people, they kind of miss their opportunities because they're not paying attention. So this is, you see how that hand is like, it's a big hand too, and it's coming out of that huge cloud, and it looks like the hand is lit up. So I feel like Spirit wants you to be aware of signs that you get from the universe, that there's opportunities that you should jump on. Okay? Aces are new beginnings, new opportunities, new ventures. And it also represents truth as well when it's the Ace of Swords, because the swords represent truth and honesty and clarity. So you may get some type of clarity or like an aha moment, collective, when it comes to making decisions in the month of May. You may get some type of sign like from the universe. Like for me, a lot of times, almost every day, I get signs. I get angel numbers, and I see them everywhere, okay? And so that's something to pay attention to. And if you don't know what they represent, look them up, Google them. It takes just a couple of minutes. After a while, you see them so much and you look them up so much that you're gonna know exactly what it means when you see it. But just know that you do have a newness that is coming in your life. In the month of May, it's something brand new that's going to be, I just heard sprouting, popping up, okay, out the blue. You're not even going to, you see how like I said, this hand is coming out of the cloud. You didn't expect to see a hand coming out of a damn cloud. So that I feel you're going to be busy doing, going on about your regular life, and out of nowhere, you may notice that, hey, you know what, or have a realization that, hey, I need to be doing X, Y, and Z so that I can hit this goal that I have, or whatever it is. Okay, you see how, again, the hand is lit up, so that I'm getting a realization that you may have in the month of May when it comes to making a decision or choosing to go down a certain road or a certain path. All right. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so let's take a look at the oracles, just a few before we close out. All right, earth signs, quick shuffle, and then we'll wrap it up for you guys. One more shuffle. All right, let's take a look. Now this is just these oracle cards are a little different from the tarot. Whatever comes out, okay, for my earth signs. Bad karma. Okay, we got bad karma. Tell me more, Spirit, for my earth signs. Reflecting. All right. And one more. One more, Spirit. Wasting time. And on the card it says stuck, no changes, limited. Okay. Well, clearly I see this is your energy. You could be someone who does meditation, does some type of self-care, like yoga or sound baths or Reiki, or even, you know, getting massages and going to the spa, self-care. And you've been reflecting and meditating and thinking and really delving into your spirituality. And if you haven't already, this is something that you will be doing. And I feel you want to be closer to God, and you may have questions that you need answers to, and you know that the only way to get these answers is to dig deep. Okay. You may also be working on your self-healing. So you could be starting to do your shadow work and really taking a look at the dark sides of yourself, you know, to see what you need to work on so you can be better and you can really get to where you want to be in life. You could be one that wears a lot of beads or crystals. You could be into crystal work, things like this, incense. You could be someone who burns sage and burns Palo Santo and things like this. But you have a very pure spirit. You see how this character is in all white and they're sitting on white sheets. And it's just the walls are white, everything white. So you do have a high consciousness, and you're someone who's very inflective. So you spend a lot of time, I feel, alone, looking at yourself and really thinking. You think before you move. Very calculated is what I meant to say. You don't make rash movements. You're very much a thinker. Okay. Now, who is this with the bad karma? It could be that past person, right, that wasted your time. Remember, I even said that. Remember, I said that early in the reading. I said you feel like this person wasted your time. Okay. So now they're getting bad karma for that. They are really in a dark place. They could be experiencing death in their family. They could be feeling dead inside, just spiritually. But they feel very alone, dark. I'm getting a very cold energy off of them. This is someone who could have dark entities attached to them. But the things that they did, and I feel like the main thing that they did to you was they dealt with other people behind your back and you didn't know about it, and you were not dealing with anyone else. So now it could be that too, that whoever they deal with, every person that they get with now, from now on, they're going to get the same treatment that they gave you. They're going to be cheated on. They're going to be lied to. They're going to be tricked, bamboozled. You understand where I'm going? What they put out and what they gave you, now they're getting back tenfold. And they have no one to blame but themselves. They wasted your time. They wasted their own time as well. And there's someone who wastes time just in general. They don't value time. I just heard that the way that they live is like day to day. This past person, they don't look at the future. They more so live moment to moment, you know, and just for that day, that kind of thing. And they're only in it for the moment. They have no sense of longevity. They don't look to the future. They don't plan ahead, things like this. And they could be somebody that's always late too. Okay. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, let it go to the next person who it does resonate for. But I'm just giving you the scenarios that I'm getting and I'm feeling and I'm hearing. So anyway, this person is stuck in their ways. They're not going to change. We already saw that they're going to come in the month of May, but we don't know when they're going to come. They don't even know how they're going to come, but they are feeling stuck in their life. So And I feel that's part of their karma. Part of their bad karma is the fact that they won't be able to move forward in life and prosper like you will. They won't be able to hit the goals that they might have. They will stay in the same spot where you left them forever. Why? Because that's what they deserve. They're not changing. And we know that old saying, like, if you don't change, there will be no change. Is that how it goes? No changes. Nothing will change if nothing changes. That's how it goes. Nothing will change if nothing changes. So meaning, because they're choosing not to make the proper adjustments to their self and the way that they've been living, the reason that they will stay stuck and limited and they will always have the bare minimum is because they choose to not do the work. Because it takes work to really move forward in life and want to be better and do better. It takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of drive and passion, and it takes power. You have to be powerful and confident, and I feel like this person doesn't have it. They will never have it, and so they're like a waste of time and a waste of space. I hate to say, but I just heard that. I gotta say what I hear. I don't know the person, guys. I don't know them. I'm just hearing what I hear. They're a waste of time for you and a waste of space. So they're just living like God gave them life, and they're just wasting it. Okay? So their karma will continue. Even when they pass away, they will come back again, and until they receive the lesson, until they decide to change themselves and really make God proud and make themselves proud, then they will stay right where they are. And you know what? That's okay, because this is where you are right here. You're reflecting, you're staying calm, peaceful, and I feel that you're not letting anything rock your boat, honestly. Okay, earth signs, you're not letting anybody get in the way of you getting your money, focusing on your change, your coin, okay? That manyan, that whatever you want to call it, that green chicken, that's where your head is at. And I feel not only that, you're working on yourself, just your own personal growth. Okay, and earth signs are all about growth and substance, and they're in it for the long haul. You're a very solid person. That's who earth signs are. You're not someone who's flaky, in and out. No. So continue to be that. And yes, look, I'm gonna close out, guys. Hopefully that resonated for some of you out there. I'm sure somebody it made sense for. And if it resonated, don't forget to like the video. You can share it. If you're not subscribed, I welcome you to do that. If you need a personal reading, go to my description box. You can always hit me there, or you can hit my DM. My IG is there as well. I love you guys. I always appreciate you coming and spending time with me. All right, I'll be back again soon. I'm gonna wrap it up with water signs probably tomorrow afternoon or morning, and then we'll get into other readings. But I love you. I'll see you guys soon. All right, peace.